Okay, I almost did not post today, and I completely just binged today. Ate Chipotle, well, Chipotle, that's fine. Then I ate McDonald's and had a bunch of sugar, this, that, the other. And it's because I didn't have the best day. Typically when people binge, it's not a logical thing of, oh, let me binge today. It's an emotional thing. They're feeling stressed out, whatever. And then they binge. And that is what I did. So a bit bloated right now. I'm gonna tell you guys what to do if you do binge, whether that's one meal or throughout the whole day. If you just binge for a meal, just keep your calories in track for that day. Just eat less if you're not tracking. Just focus on eating less for the rest of the day. I've had some days like that recently and I was able to do that. I continued to binge throughout the whole entire day. So let's say you're tracking calories, you binge one meal. You might not hit your macros, you might not hit your protein goal that day, but just keep your calories in check. That's gonna be the main thing in making progress. If you're losing body fat or even at a maintenance and losing fat and building muscle at the same time. Now let's say you aren't tracking, just focus on eating less throughout the day. But yeah, let's just say you completely dropped the ball. You had 3 milkshakes, 5 double cheeseburgers. I'm exaggerating, I didn't even eat that much. But you just completely dropped the ball in the day. The best thing, well, I can't say, I just got a funny message, but I can't say there's a certain best thing for you to do. But what I personally do is just move on the next day like nothing happened. Now, if you want the scientific approach of what you could do, if you want to go that way and make up for it for the rest of the week, let's say you ate 3,500 calories over your maintenance that day. For the following, or 3,000 calories over your maintenance that day. For the following 6 days, you would eat 500 calories less than what you usually eat, even if you already are in a deficit, to make up for that day that you completely lost. And usually, guys, if you're binging, I doubt that you're eating over 1,000 calories of what you're typically eating on a day-to-day basis, but that's just for simple math that I'm using that example. But what I like to do is just go into the next day like nothing happened, and the reason why that is because you're not beating yourself up. It's the mindset. I feel like when you make up for calories and you subtract whatever you went over and you split it up over the next 2 to 3 days or even a week, you're kind of in this mindset of I'm still doing stuff to make up for my mistakes. Just let your mistakes go. It's extremely rare for somebody to have a period of time where they're dieting and they're completely perfect. So if you have days or meals where you're binging, like I said, for meals that you're binging, that's actually pretty simple to fix throughout the day. If you just have a bad meal, you can work around that unless it's like your last meal of the day or something. In that scenario, same exact thing as if you were to binge the whole day, just put it behind you, do good tomorrow, the next day, every single day you wake up, think, how can I do better today? So I binged, I'm bloated. I'm not gonna be as bloated in the morning, still probably bloated, but I'm just gonna say, it's whatever. And I'm beating myself up about this because my cousin's getting married and I wanted to look as good as possible. I'm like, is this blow gonna happen? Whatever. And for any situation in life, the worst case scenario probably isn't gonna happen, but just to mentally accept it already. Like, oh, if it does happen, okay, I just move on with my life. And once you're able to mentally accept it, you can accept any sort of scenario possible. So I'm like, worst case scenario, I have a bloated face for the wedding pictures. I can accept that. So no matter what, be willing to accept the worst case scenario and what you're doing mentally, and then it literally can only go up from there. And I like using that sort of mindset because you're going to be in a better emotional state because you're only going to be surprised with good things. So you're going to be happier and happier. Now, of course, have the intention to do great, but have the expectation low. Just be detached from everything. Have the intention to do great, the intention to do good every single day, but let go of the expectation, the attachment to whatever the goal is. So yeah, guys, I got a little off track. Well, not even. That was more of the psychology of it, of how to get back on track, right? Don't beat yourself up, forgive yourself, and just attack everything the next day like nothing happened, and just go back on track with your plan, go back on track with your goals, and you will be crushing it. One bad day is really not gonna make too much of a difference. It's when 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days start to add up, and then those old habits build back again. So Don't beat yourself up. That's the biggest lesson out of everything. You can scroll back in the video if you already forgot the tips that I gave you, but the biggest thing I would really recommend that I could summarize this video in one sentence is don't beat yourself up and go into the next day like nothing happened. Continue to execute, forgive yourself.